right now is Sean Combs because he's a trafficker. Most likely because he was victimized by his mentor, Clive Davis.
Rumor has it, allegedly, Diddy got on his knees for Clive Davis in 1994.
But he got a boss too, and his boss name is Clive Davis. Clive run him. Diddy don't run himself.
Federal authorities have reportedly approached Diddy with a request to cooperate in an investigation involving Clive Davis, the influential figure long believed to be the hidden architect behind Bad Boy Records. Allegations are surfacing that Davis, who has wielded quiet power over the music industry for decades, may be connected to disturbing claims involving high-profile artists like Justin Bieber and Usher. With a possible plea deal on the table, Diddy's cooperation could unearth some of Hollywood's most deeply buried secrets. At the heart of the unfolding controversy are Diddy, Clive Davis, and Will Smith, signaling that Diddy may not have been the one truly pulling the strings.
Davis put Sean Combs in position. That's what Clive Davis does. The amount of abuse that Janis Joplin suffered when she wanted to leave Clive Davis management. The amount of abuse Whitney Houston suffered when she was ready to write her book. And then all of the abuses that she suffered. You know, Luther Vandross, that was nasty work, Clive. Swinging it at Jay-Z's knees. I'm swinging it at Clive Davis's knees. And I'm swinging it at anybody else's knees who has had anything to do with this tyranny, with this.
Clive Davis, Diddy's longtime mentor, played a pivotal role in shaping the hip-hop landscape, signing some of the genre's biggest names and guiding Diddy in building Bad Boy Records. It was Clive who not only helped Diddy establish his empire, but also allegedly introduced him to the infamous freak-off parties that later became part of Diddy's reputation. Before Diddy, it was Clive who reportedly organized such gatherings, including one on the very night Whitney Houston died, while her body remained in a bathtub just floors away in the same hotel. Despite the tragedy, the party continued, reflecting a disturbing indifference, an attitude many believe Diddy later mirrored in his own rise to power.
And that's not my doing. That's not Cassie doing. That's his doing and his learned behavior from the people that mentored him. You got to realize, man, he learned from Andre Harrell. He learned from Russell Simmons. He learned from Clive Davis. You understand? When those people are telling you that they were heavy into the drugs, they was heavy into beating women and doing things at that age, at that crazy stage, that's going to make him think that he could get away with the same thing that they was getting away with back then. You understand? The things that he was saying, you know, the touchy-feely between two men and all that stuff like that, man. All that, he learned that from them dudes. When I told y'all the story, when me and my man went up to Russell Simmons and he had a house and he had a man in bikini drawers in his bedroom, in his bed. You understand? Bruh, this is that he learned. I'm assuming he learned it from them. Let me put that. And I'm not going to say allegedly because I saw that for my own self. My man was with me, Slick was with me, and we saw that.
Clive Davis is often credited with shaping Diddy into the man and the controversial figure he is today. Allegations suggest their relationship may have extended beyond mentorship, with some claiming it involved a deeper, personal connection. One user on Twitter wrote, "Sean Diddy Combs was handed the bad boy imprint by Clive Davis of Arista, who is openly gay. What Sean had to do for that kind of wealth isn't unusual among successful black men in entertainment and politics. All that glitters isn't gold. Run your race and let the next man run his." The statement adds to a growing conversation around the unseen costs of fame and the power structures behind the scenes in the music industry.
In the mid-'80s, I opened myself up to the possibility that I could have a relationship with a man as well as the two that I had with a woman. I felt it was private, number one, as far as my not revealing it, but I did. immediately reveal it to the people who count. My children, I have 4 children. I was totally open with my close friends. I just didn't hold the sign up, And
Do you think that this
also there was an attitude towards bisexuality, pervasive, that you're either gay, you're straight, or you're lying.
Diddy took what he learned from Clive Davis and allegedly continued a cycle of abuse that still echoes today. Just like his mentor, Diddy brought young artists like Usher and Justin Bieber under his wing. Usher was only 13 years old when his mother entrusted him to Diddy, believing he would guide her son to stardom. Diddy promised to make Usher a star, and she chose to believe him, despite reportedly knowing the kind of man he was. Her decision has sparked ongoing debate, with many questioning how much she truly prioritized her son's safety over the promise of fame.
On that man, Sean Puffy Combs, I don't sleep to this day. I have a problem sleeping to this day. Like, yo, man, I'm here to work, man. I ain't sang in a week. I mean, I'm 13 years old, and I'm telling him, look, you're gonna put me in the studio, man. You got Biggie Smalls in there, you got Craig Mack in there. I'm not here to party with you. I don't want to go to the clubs. Matter of fact, I'm too young to even be in here. Why you got me in clubs? We would fight, we would tussle.
And I always say, stay with your kid. I don't care what they say, because they tried to push me out. They didn't want me in. They would actually say, you're too close to the project. No, I'm not. Because remember, Usher went to stay with Puffy. Now that was a business decision right there, because I didn't know Puffy. I didn't know him.
How old was he?
Usher was 15. He lost his voice.
Physically or just?
Puberty. He's growing and he lost his voice. So he lost his range. So the record company felt like, okay, this is not a great investment. So Puffy was there, and I will never forget it. We had this conversation and he said, you're going to have to trust me. That was really, really a hard decision.
During his time under Diddy's mentorship, Usher was reportedly exposed to an adult world far beyond his years, including encounters with sex workers. In a 2004 interview with Rolling Stone, around the release of his Confessions album, Usher himself confirmed parts of this experience. He revealed that Diddy introduced him to a totally different set of sex and described the environment at Diddy's home as hypersexualized. "Sex is so hot in the industry, man," Usher remarked, recalling how there were always women around, and how opening a door might reveal people having sex, or even full-blown orgies. "You never knew what was going to happen," he admitted, painting a disturbing picture of the world he was brought into as a young teen.
To New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah, that's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. I had like,
what
like a living.
Life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Usher grew older. He reportedly became a regular at Diddy's infamous freak-off parties and spent significant time in Diddy's inner circle. Rumors began circulating that Usher may have been sexually abused by Diddy during the period he lived with him, though Usher has never publicly confirmed or denied these claims. Some speculate that the silence itself speaks volumes. In a separate, but equally troubling development, Usher made headlines in 2018 after being sued for allegedly transmitting herpes to 2 women and 1 man. The case was ultimately settled out of court, with Usher reportedly paying $1.1 million to have the lawsuit dismissed.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. I should look like you fresh off a goddamn plane. I should
Fresh off the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like that's how. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
what the did Puff just say? Nobody's going to acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen, having a good time.
About Usher, they were obtained by Radar Online, and apparently back in 2009 or 2010, he had contracted herpes and passed it on to a celebrity stylist having unprotected sex with her. He had to pay $1.1 million to that woman for severe emotional distress, and he also covered her medical bills. That case was settled back in 2012. Now, allegedly, there was a greenish discharge from his penis.
Whoa, that's a booger. You can get penis boogers? I didn't know that.
He said he went to the doctor. He was cleared of any STDs, so the woman went on and continued. Now, if I notice a greenish discharge oozing out of your penis,
this ain't Nickelodeon.
I don't know that I would
ain't
continue.
Slime. What you gonna say? I know all these kids playing with slime nowadays, but no.
I don't care who you are, okay?
Nothing green supposed to be coming out your penis.
Nah, not at all.
That's not how this works. Nope. Yellow comes out my penis and white.
As Usher matured, he reportedly became a frequent attendee at Diddy's infamous freak-off parties and maintained a close presence within Diddy's inner circle. Over time, rumors emerged suggesting that Usher may have been sexually abused by Diddy during the period they lived together, though Usher has never publicly confirmed or denied these allegations. For some, his silence has only fueled further speculation. In a separate controversy, Usher faced a lawsuit in 2018, accused of knowingly transmitting herpes to 2 women and 1 man. The case was eventually settled out of court, with reports indicating that Usher paid $1.1 million to resolve the matter.
To Atlanta by a manager. His name's Scooter Braun. Flown out to Atlanta just to meet with him and meet different producers and different people. I was actually going to meet Jermaine Dupri at his studio. And who rolls up? Usher in his Range Rover. Yeah, rolls up, and I was like, "Is that who I think it is?" And Scooter was like, "Yeah." And so I ran up to him. I was like, Usher, I love your songs. You want me to sing you one?" And he was like, "Let's just go inside, little buddy. It's cold out." So the politest possible way he could say no, he did. And I was like, wow, he just turned me down. And I was a little disappointed. He had to go into a studio session, so I was like, whatever. And a week later, he actually watched my videos with my manager and was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I let him sing? So flew me back to Atlanta where I got to meet him again. And he wanted to sign me. But there was something else.
Justin Timberlake, right?
Yes, Justin Timberlake also wanted to sign me. It was what happened was Justin Timberlake and Usher both went into a ring and boxed it out. And the outcome was Usher. I think it was a TK.
Justin Bieber was reportedly abused during his time around Diddy and continues to battle the lasting effects, including struggles with drug use. In recent years, Justin has noticeably distanced himself from both Diddy and Usher, seemingly trying to separate from the shadows of his early industry experiences. However, with the looming trial and growing public scrutiny, signs of emotional strain are surfacing. Footage of Justin in tears has circulated online, accompanied by renewed rumors that he's grappling with substance abuse, suggesting the past may still be haunting him.
Coming back out and it's off. So.
I'm scared to figure it out. Fucking run it.
I'm sorry for real, trying to bombard. Oh my God, I thought he called me.
Justin Bieber's rep is breaking their silence on recent rumors regarding drug use. A rep for the singer, who shares 6-month-old son Jack Blues Bieber with wife Hailey Bieber, is firing back at recent claims that Justin has been using hard drugs. His rep tells TMZ on February 23rd that it's, quote, absolutely not true. His team adds that it's been a very transformative year for Justin as he, quote, ended several close friendships and business relationships that no longer served him. As Justin's 31st birthday approaches on March 1st, he's focused on his family and his music, not speculation about his health, which his rep calls, quote, exhausting and pitiful, and shows that despite the obvious truth, people are committed to keeping negative, salacious, harmful narratives.
Another major figure linked to Diddy is Will Smith, and unfortunately, the rumors surrounding him are just as unsettling. Smith was reportedly a regular at Diddy's notorious freak-off parties, often attending alongside his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. Despite these allegations, Will has been one of the few public figures to openly deny any involvement. During a comedy appearance in San Diego, he attempted to brush off the claims with humor, saying, "I haven't been anywhere near those damn freak-offs," and adding, "I don't even like baby oil." The remarks were a direct response to Diddy-related allegations that named Smith as a close associate, though many critics viewed the joke as an attempt to deflect rather than confront the rumors head-on.
And right now, it's really hard for y'all to discern what's real and what's true, you know? And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes. I see the memes. I see them now. Some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all them memes. I can stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people's. I ain't been nowhere near that, man. I ain't did none of that stupid. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil. Nah, but I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumb stuff because it's like people. It's so many things people say, so much stuff. But that one, it was your memes was doing too much. Y'all was having me mad.
The rumors surrounding Will Smith don't end with Diddy. Allegations have surfaced suggesting an intimate relationship between Will Smith and actor Dwayne Martin, reportedly brought to light by one of Will's former security guards. These claims are just a fraction of the troubling issues currently surrounding Will's marriage to Jada Pinkett Smith. Industry insiders have long whispered about Will's alleged infidelities, claiming that he has been cheating on Jada for decades. The true extent of his alleged relationships, they say, would likely shock the public if it were ever fully revealed.
We were dating J-Lo. Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
You really heard that? Nah.
What? Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?
What?
I don't know what you're talking about. What?
think it. You look fantastic.
How you guys doing? All right, good to see you. We gotta go. We're blocking traffic.
Oh, we got it. Oh, we're black. I'm sorry. What do you say about the allegations? There's like, like so many rumors. Anything you want to say? We sue it. I know that's right. Thank you.